Doma Sports Talk worldwide with the news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Yeah, y'all, let's talk a little concussion. Dude wrote me to and said, hey, what is your top 10, pound for pound? Like somebody care. I know nobody care. That's why I don't even do that. And it's all subjective. It's what you think or whatever. But you do gather information. You do have your opinion. The more you know. So when you have your pound for pounds, it's with a lot of information that's involved, like people wanting to fight people looking for challenges, people doing things that are abnormal, people maybe not wanting to fight people. It's not where you have to follow a narrative of a TV station or a magazine or a website. You do your thing. Everybody has their top 10 pound for pound. You know, but I like to narrow it down, like a top 5 pound for pound. If I had a top 5 pound for pound, I was basically gonna wing it. You know what I mean? It ain't like I'm box wrecking nobody and finding nothing out from what I've seen of late, right? I've got top five pound for pound. I would go number five would be Gennady Golovkin, right? Man still ain't been beaten, only been arguably beaten, right, by Daniel Jacobs, right? Gennady Golovkin handling his business. Now, let's talk the negatives first. Of late, that behavior on that May 5th fight, ridiculous. Trying to look for easy opponents, smaller opponents, when all your mandatories are there, feeling froggy and got the hands up, waiting outside your place. Been out there, dudes done turned gray. They've been waiting so long. People, what you been waiting on, man? I've been here 20, 30 years waiting on Golovkin. Can't get you to fight him. None of the mandatories. So through that behavior, those are negative points when you talk pound for pound. But when you're talking about positives, you're looking at who he's beaten. Doesn't have the greatest resume, but like I always like to say about certain fighters is, let's put someone else in the shoes of Gennady Golovkin, and would they have the same record, same dominant record? Sometimes you be a couple of split decisions in there. Dude wasn't feeling well that night. Majority decision. You know, a draw or two, stuff like that. No, destruction. What Gennady Golovkin's done up until now. But I have to say the same thing about Deontay Wilder. But at the same time, that's destruction. So you're going to give him that. Let's see who he fights and if he can move back up. He was higher, but through that behavior, he goes to my number five, and I'm stretching it. He lucky. I'm in a good mood. He could be lower than that with that behavior we just saw. Glaring. Okay? So we got to see him step up and fight a mandatory or something. Then we'll see what we got. Triple G, who we know and love. Let's see what happens. My number four will be Vasily Lomachenko. Lomachenko number four. And that's just because he's just bad. Dude can box, period. You know what I mean? He's number four. In 12 fights, three titles, three weight divisions, right? Which is kind of easy to do nowadays because you can pick one of them because it's about four dudes in every division. But okay, he's got three of them, and he got some people on his resume. Now, not the dude who don't know what he's talking about. When you know details, when you just say names that Lomachenko has on his resume already. Nicholas Walters, bad boy. We know little details, weight drain, stalled out for, had inactivity going on and getting in there with him, weight drain, not good. We know that. But at the end of the day, Nicholas Walters, Gary Russell Jr. Oh, we know he wasn't 100% on that night. But listen, anybody ain't beating Gary Russell Jr. if he's 75%. It better be a Lomachenko. And he did it, right? Guillermo Rigondeaux. Don't get me started about Taz. Taz, nobody want to fight Taz. Taz had to come up two weight divisions to fight Lomachenko. I thought Lomachenko at the time should have met him at 126. Taz was at 122. Lomachenko at 130. It could have met at 126. Would have been fair. Everything else, I really ignored almost, to be honest with you, because I thought it was a slight to Guillermo Rigondeaux. But being a two-time Olympian, being undefeated, being awesome, even though you're coming up in two weight divisions, you better be a Lomachenko to beat him. You understand what I'm saying? So Lomachenko just handling his business, regardless of whatever happening. And Linares, good fight. Lomachenko got knocked down, but he handled his business, ended on a body blow. Okay? You better be a Lomachenko to beat Linares. So, with all that being said, that boy's handling his business. I don't have him higher because, you lost to a fighter that had 13 losses at the time, Salido, right? Jumped in there, your second fight, whatever, but second fight, you're 27, 28 years old. Don't mean that you fought enough amateurs. You went for the title in the first one. This dude came and handled his business and beat Lomachenko. So he has a loss, which means he can't talk to Floyd Mayweather anytime soon. I'm going to tell you straight up, Lomachenko could go on and get 5 divisions, right? 5 division champion and be sitting on the throne talking to Floyd Mayweather and have a good point. At the end of the day, Mayweather's going to say, look, you lost to somebody with 13 losses. This club you can't come in because I'm 72 right now and I can go outside right now after these vodkas we drunk and beat somebody with 13 losses. So it's going to be hard, that conversation with Floyd Mayweather. But everybody else, he can dance. Lomachenko number 4, no doubt about it. Now, I was saying in the video I did yesterday, he has to be behind number 3. That's Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia is still undefeated. 36-0, baby. 4 divisions. 1 more than Lomachenko, right? That's just saying. Beat most of the people that Lomachenko beat him before his hiatus because of contract disputes. Okay? Coming back, no one has did Adrian Broner like he did, and he moved up the weight. Let's not make that clear. He's the smaller guy in that fight that dominated Adrian Broner. Only guy smaller than Broner to ever do that. You're going to have to be bigger than Broner to do that to him, right? Madonna, Sean Porter, huge dudes, right? No little dudes not doing that to Broner, right? Mikey Garcia, right? Satikinen was steamrolling people. Look like a baby David Lemieux or something with more skills. Dramatically knocked out. And a whole lot of other stuff. Now, after doing that, going to beat Sergey Lipin and staying at 140 to get the title in the 140-pound division, even though he was coming from 135. Right? Didn't just beat Broner, go up and beat your boy Lipinets, who was pushing up on the Ndongo Crawford fight, trying to be the mandatory, getting in the middle of it. So he was feeling froggy. Mikey Garcia tamed him and said, okay, well, look, guys, I'll get back to you guys. At 135, I'm going down here to unify, not just going down here to hide, going down here to fight Robert Easter Jr., who was very dangerous. All of those things and the stuff he did before his hiatus, when you put all that in a nutshell, Mikey Garcia should be bigger than he is. Number 3, definitely. Number 2, Deontay Wilder, your WBC heavyweight champion of the world. Deontay Wilder, 40-0, 39 KOs. KO everybody's ever faced. Talking Lennox Lewis stuff. At least because Lewis could say, the time they virtually defeated everyone he's ever faced. Lennox like hearing that. That's good. Good stat. Same thing Deontay Wilder. He can say I KO'd everybody ever faced. Still, at least to today. I told you this Deontay Wilder movie should be coming out. It could be coming out already. It'd be an awesome movie. This guy here, when you factor in the fact he wants to fight everybody, came in his last fight, 214 pounds, beats people at an average of 25 pounds weight disparity every fight. He's always smaller. He's around 220 and they're around 250. Right? I'm saying 25 so I can be right for sure. You know what I mean? But 25 to 30 pounds difference, knocking everyone out. Wants to fight everybody. We see what Andy Joshua and them are doing right now to not fight him. I mean, really. Why is nobody saying, man, for $3 million, I go knock this skinny dude out? Why isn't that happening? With $50 million, we still have questions. Why would that be? So that's factored in big time. Plus the fact you never see Deontay Wilder in pound-for-pound this, and it's ridiculous. Right? 40-0. Same thing I said about Golovkin applies here. Whoever Deontay Wilder's fought, right? If there's nobody, put somebody else in his shoes and see if you have the exact same results. Because they got to go 40-0 with 39 knockouts. Everyone's not doing that. It's going to be some draws, some split decisions, maybe a couple of your losses. Messing with Duhapis. Catch Malik Scott on a night if you ain't got puncher power. Malik Scott is going to outpoint you. Okay? Bemain Severn beating a lot of people. We ain't got to talk about Luis Ortiz. I didn't talk about before Ortiz because we know what time it is with him. My point is Deontay Wilder has done enough to be #2 pound for pound, supposed to be recognized heavyweight that no one wants to fight. That's the guy. #2, without question. And #1, speaking of without question, boom, Terrence Crawford. I ain't really got to talk to Terrence Crawford, man. Three division weight champion, and he's done something that no one has done in 20 years, which puts him at the top by far, undisputed at 140 pounds. When he wasn't to be, he had came up to that division. That's not even his natural division. He came up to that division and done that, and is trying to do that now, beating a Jeff Horn, who you guys are going to see is definitely the goods. Ain't nobody else gonna do Jeff Horn like that. Pacquiao couldn't. And you're gonna see what Pacquiao look like with Matisse, which ain't gonna be no easy fight, I don't think. But I'm just saying, Pacquiao looked good on that fight. That's Jesse Vargas and your other boy beat before that, right? Your boy, forget his name, Timothy Bradley. Doesn't matter. Pacquiao still was decent. Jeff Horn handled him. Couldn't do this with Terrence Crawford. And people at 140 couldn't any at all. So he's #1 by far, right? That is my top 5 pound for pound as it is right now. Things could change. You know, you got some honorable mentions and stuff like that. When we talk about people that are basically trying to do something magnanimous, trying to go up in divisions, trying to unify, things like that, that's important because we're losing that in boxing right now because of the sanctioning bodies and all of these different weights and different belts. There's champions all over the place. You say, hey, the champ, stand up. It'd be like more people stand up than people sitting down, right? It's just too many of them. So when you see people trying to get clarity in their divisions, then you're going to give them props. And speaking of honorable mentions, Alexander Usyk was knocking on top 5 though. Now that's somebody, a cruiserweight Alexander Usyk. If he goes on to win this tournament, right, in the cruiserweight division, that is also someone to watch. A cruiserweight that are also undefeated. So there's some honorable mentions there, but that's the top 5. Who knows, what somebody else's opinion is. That's my opinion of what I know and what I've seen so far. But that's right now. So y'all know what time it is. Film Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.